25th of June, yes. We had a lovely night out last night, my husband and I. We just went to like a steak place. Yeah, nice and simple, nothing fancy, but good food. So yeah, sorry about the vegetarians or vegans out there. We had a cocktail and a glass of wine. Oh, and it was just lovely, just lovely. But one thing that was quite interesting, they put the calories on the menu because that's the law in the UK now. And what difference that made to choices. So we ended up not having a dessert. We stopped off at a local shop and we bought some ice cream. And with that still in my head, because I'm trying to, watch my calories. And even though it was Friday night and I can have whatever I want on Friday night, I don't want to try and undo all the good work that I'm trying to do. I've put on 2 pounds. I've lost a pound, so I'm a bit like that. So I need to think about it a bit more. I need to up my vegetable intake and perhaps have a look at what we're actually eating. Haven't turned the Arga off. It's made a big difference. I've probably eaten a bit more than what I should have done. Mr. Jacks does the cooking. He hasn't been preparing any vegetables, so I do think that's had an effect. Get like potato with it. So yeah, I need to do perhaps some meal planning. So I've got a low-fat ice cream where the tub was 300 calories, the whole tub. I didn't eat the tub. I think I might have even eaten a quarter, but at least I could have that, and yeah, I was absolutely fine. But one of my favourite t-shirts on today. So, just a girl who loves Jack Russell. Well, or should have had an S on the end here, shouldn't I? Right, I thought what I would do is I'd come on this morning, it's 1:15, come on this afternoon, because I've been working on that cable jacket. I seriously cannot put it down. I'm so in love with it. And I think, let me just bear with me a minute. Right, sorry about that. I should have got all my information together before I came on. So I started this last Saturday, and I think I had 5 weeks before Freddie's birthday to make him this jacket, which is 6 pieces, because it's knitted flat and it's got a hood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6. So I thought, right, okay, I need to do a piece a week, and then somewhere in there I've got to try and get the hood in. I've been yearning to do this, and as I say, not been able to put it down. So in 1 week I've knit, because he's only 5, so yeah, it's not like he's 15 or something. It is small, but it's not what I would call baby knit. It is a knit for a boy. So I've knitted the back and the 2 sides, so I'm well away. So I'll just get them and I'll show you. Oh, right, proof that I have done it. Look at that. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Look at those cables. So that's the back, and then I don't know I didn't have a pair of scissors upstairs. It's still attached. So they're the 2 fronts. It is knitted in Aran, so obviously that's going to make a big difference as well. Look at that, holding that. Yeah. Wow. And I used to, when I first started knitting for Alfie and he got bigger than a toddler, I didn't like doing sleeves, or I didn't like doing sleeves as a baby. And so I would always knit the back, a sleeve and a front, and then do the other side. But yeah, I'm over that now. So I'm well on target for that. And what I like to do with my crafting is, I used to be a monogamous knitter and just knit one thing at a time, or maybe just have another one. And I do tend to sort of keep that 2 or 3 projects of various sizes. So I thought I'd just get out everything that I've got, and I'm a little bit surprised at what I've got, but I'm really pleased with that project. I'm making, bear with me. Right, you've seen the sock tube that I'm working on, and I started that earlier in the year. I don't know if I've even written the date down, but I've worked out why I'm not picking it up. It's because I'm just finding it a bit boring, if I'm to be honest. I thought the idea in principle was a good idea, but in execution not so. But I think it's to do with the fact that it's the yarn. I like it, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't seem to be growing very quickly. So maybe I should have started with a stripe, maybe. But and that's where I was at the end of last week. That's the progress I made in 1 week since I picked it up again, and then that's the progress I've made this week. So I started picking up when I'm doing my editing, and I think I'm more than halfway now. So I will continue that process for the rest of this week till I finish the June vlogs, and then maybe I might just pick it up over a couple of days and just get it done, and then the knitting part's finished. I'll have to be doing all the cutting in and everything, so I'm happy with that. I've got another baby project on the go, and it's this beautiful little lemon sort of slip over. See it there, which it is that beautiful. So it's got like a drop, kind of drop shoulder. I've read the pattern a bit better, and I've got to cast on, I think, some stitches. And this is in the King Cole book. So that's that. And I'm knitting it in, if you can see, baby bamboo cotton. And this is a double knit. And this is what I've made so far. So I think this week I'll come back to this project, and maybe I'll just do like an hour a night and see how far it gets. But there's only 3 pieces to it, so hopefully within a week that'll be finished. So that's that. So I've got a loose plan in my head for that. And then I have my crochet project, which is ta-da! Oh, well, that was clever, wasn't it? So this is my granny squares, which I'd started just before, I think, the Jubilee. I think I'd done 1 or 2, and I've made all of those. My lovely celebration tin. Yep, all the biscuits have gone. I didn't eat all of them. And these are the rest that I have made. And then this was when I'd run out of yarn. Because I started the project with no intention of a finished item, and it's grown into a crochet cushion, which is what I wanted. So I went all the way to Hobbycraft, hadn't got it, found they don't sell Stylecraft, and I'm not just going to go out and buy a ball of yarn or just even order it. That's, to me, I'll see. But lucky I didn't do that, because last week I got a couple of bags in a basket by my side of the bed, and I'd found this yarn, which had these 2 balls in. So I think I'm going to finish this, and I think I'll crochet my rows together, and then I'll start adding this in, because hopefully it's not going to matter that much. I know the dye lot's going to be different, it won't be that noticeable. I thought, well, I'll finish all of these and then perhaps intersperse them maybe with these, and then I can carry on, which leaves me with the conundrum of this yarn. But I'm just wondering that if I could excuse me, I could make something, a jumper for my youngest grandson, who is just turned 6 months. So I'm not going to worry too much on that. So this is something I would like to work on this week. So maybe I've got to allot an amount of time, even if I just get the crochet squares all crocheted together as two separate squares, that will be better for me. Then I have my Pure Joy shawl, which I finished which I finished but I haven't blocked, so I need to do that. And this is to go with a dress in my wardrobe that I bought for my birthday. Yeah, so this is going to be, yeah, lovely. So I need to do that, so that's on my list. I have my socks, which I showed you yesterday. I've made my Ukrainian socks, so I have no progress on there since yesterday. I'm up to the heel, and it's a heel flap and gussets, that's where I'm up to. And normally I would have worked on those this morning, but I was too engrossed in my cables. So that's that. And they are to go into the make along that Dear Designs is hosting for the, is it Socks 2022? So that means next Thursday. So that means that if I want to get those finished, I've got 1.5 socks to do by Thursday, which is doable, but it means I probably won't be able to, I've just got to work out my projects. So all this, I had cast this on a couple of weeks ago, my crochet Sunshine and Flowers, yeah, crochet along blanket. So this is where I was, I think yesterday or Thursday when I showed you. And this part you have to make 2 pieces, so, and I didn't have the line, which I found stolen from a yarn bag, borrowed, and that's where I've put that on. So the next yarn that I have to use is the khaki, and I think by looking at the pattern it's going to be the base of the flower. Let's go back one. Yes. And I don't think I'm showing you anything. It's a paid for pattern, but I don't think I'm showing you anything that you wouldn't see if you watch the videos. So that's where it's going to be here. So that's like the next bit that I've got to make. So I might get time to do that this afternoon. Right, so that's a quick roundup. Oh, and just when I was in my wardrobe the other day looking for that yarn, I mentioned a pattern, a granny square pattern that I've got some of the colours. Just trying to find it. Here it is. And it's in this book, Granny Square Go Home, and it's by Emma Varnum, and that's the blanket. You can see, and I said it's very like retro. Look at, I've still got like a ticket in there. So I love that, and that's the picture, yeah, on the back. Really, really lovely. So I need to go and put that in that bag so I can remember and make a note of the yarn that I need to order or swap with. Right, oh my word, it's 13 minutes already. Right, okay. I will go off, pop off, and then I'll put back on and I'll speak to you later. So it might be a long one today. Oh, right, just sat down and it sounds it's just about to thunder. We had heavy rain, so I might have to stop the video. I've been busy planning my work, planning what I've got to do. Let me bring you closer. I'll sit back, ready? So I've been planning my work of what I've got to do. So that's my pure joy. So I've got to block it and then weave in the ends, and that's done. That's my crochet granny squares. I'm going to get the front done. Then I'm going to move on to finishing the other granny squares with the navy. Now found it, and then building up the rows. So I'm hoping by the end of the week that I will have got to that stage, and then I can look with the cushion pad and see what else I might have to do. It's all a bit ad hoc. So the Ukrainian socks. Oh my word, can you hear that rain? I've got quite a bit of work to do on those if I want to be able to enter them on Thursday. but I've written everything out, and I'll just see. And I'm at a stage with Fred's flies. I'm at a stage with Fred's cable jacket that I could put that down if I can for a few days. And I've just marked with an asterisk the bits that would really like just take some time. So there's only 3, she says. So yes, 2 feet and a leg. Oh, crumbs. I hate it when they dive bomb you. Put away. I don't know where that's come from. And the baby cardigan, there's not too much to do on that. It is only small. I've just got the 2 fronts, little sleeves. And if I don't get that done this week, I'll get it done within the fortnight. And as I said, Freddie's jacket, I've written all of that down. So there's not 7 pieces. So I've got to knit the 2 sleeves, that's the most work. Knit the hood, well, I suppose there's a fair bit of work in that as well. Then the button bands, sew it up, and I'm going to give it a block, and then I'll weave in the ends. I think I'll give it a block. And then my sunshine and flower, is it my sunshine? Sunshine and showers, and I've called it the sunshine and flowers blanket. So there's like 9 steps for me to, oh my word, the dog's gone out, they're crazy. There's 9 steps for me to complete part 2, and I'm hoping that I could get that done over the next fortnight, but again, there's no rush. The socks are my priority. So that all sounds really good, doesn't it? It sounds really organised. Yeah. So I'm going to a cast on party tonight. I've seen it advertised. I think I was trying to go on last time, but I just couldn't manage it. I think something came up. And my understanding is that it's every 3 months. You cast on some projects that you would like to do, and you finish those. Can you hear it? Oh, Bronte and Bailey are going to be so scared. So I thought, right, okay, so I thought long and hard of it. So I've got one that's wound up that I want to do, and one that I want to do, another project that's not wound up that I want to do, and I've wanted to do it for a long time. It's very popular. So I want to make some cotton socks. It'd be lovely if I was able to enter these for Dear Designs for July. But I went on Ravelry and put in this yarn and had a look, and I just saw that somebody had used this yarn for Kay's, the Crazy Sock Ladies, sock camp, which I've got those bags upstairs that I want to finish, and I'm hoping that I can put some work in there tomorrow. So I've just chosen the same pattern. I did want a vanilla sock. Are you all right? Oh, that's Barney. You scared? Yeah. I'll put some music on the TV in a minute. So this is the Battle for Hogwarts. It's a pattern by Kay Linton as well. They're beautiful, aren't they? So I'm in a cable mood. So I've got those. So I just want to, I've got my yarn cozies from Davina. So I want to do those. And as long as I could just cast on the rib. The second, this is one that I think I did show you last weekend or the Friday before, when I went through all my shawls, and I've got a couple put to one side. So this is Spectra by Stephen West, and I really want to have a go at that shawl. And the 2 yarns that I have got and have caked up, which I found because I put them away in a box for some reason with some other stuff, are these 2 yarns. Ta-da! And hopefully, no, I don't have the ball bands. Or I might have left them on the bed upstairs. But I know this is by a young lad, and who's just I think he's still at school. I think he might be doing his A-levels now. I've got a feeling that might be Mr. B yarn. It might be, what's the garden guy, whatever he's called, Monty. Yeah, Monty. Oh, she's scared. I'll just show you. Hold on. Right. Yeah, Daddy's got her. They're all in a bit of a state. All the tails are wagging. Are you alright, Bront? No, she isn't. Where's Bailey? There's Bailey. Yeah, just go up on the count. Alright then, lovely. Yeah, we have to close the door. Just bear with me while I sort the dogs out. Right, I think we're going to try and put the thunder vest on the dog, which would be hilarious because Mr. Jackson and I can never remember which way round these vests go, so they end up being all trussed up. So my third and final project that I want to cast on, I wanted to cast this on for a couple of years, is the love note. Ta-da! So I would like to have a go at this. And I was looking at this, reading this morning, looked at my Instagram, and one of the ladies that I'm in a group with has actually finished one of hers. She's made 2. Boys. Now, I would like to use some yarn from Stash, being a good girl, and I have got some Rowan Creative linen, and it's, I don't know what the colour is, it doesn't say, but that's, yeah, it's like a slaty blue, yeah. I've got a dress in my wardrobe, and I need to show it to you really, and it's lovely. It's got like a floaty skirt, pattern skirt, and the top it's sleeveless, and I think it looks like a bit like a crochet, but I don't think it's crochet. And I like it. I've had it quite a few years, but I wouldn't wear it like it is. So when I saw the love note, I thought, oh, that would be the ideal thing just to, wear over it. I can get into it, which is like, yay. But I've still got a bit of a tummy, and that's fine. I just need to work on that, and I will have to knit this. So yeah, so we will see. And then I have got some lace which I ordered for it, and it's called the Natural Born Dyers, and it's a BFL silk lace, and it's beautiful, really is lovely. But the only thing is, it's called Blue Bottle. So Mr. Jackson and I Mr. Jackson's measuring me, and I was doing a lot of sizes, and for some reason I thought that I would only have 600 meters on this, 600 meters. I've now got read the label, and I know I've got 800, so that gives me a bit more variance. I'm only 5'2", and I won't have got myself measured, as watchers of this podcast will know. And I went to Marks and Spencer's, and the lady there was very good, very, very good. I am very blessed in a certain area, and yeah, I'm quite attached to my bosoms. And I'm healthy. I have noticed a change. It's been a good, it must be 2, might even be 3 years since I've been measured properly. So like many women, I was wearing the wrong bra size. I thought I was bigger than what I was. Across my back, I'm 5'2", 5'3" inches, but across my back is smaller than my bosoms. So she's measured me, and I was pleasantly surprised because I'd gone down 5 inches. But I think what I'd got in mind was my bust circumference, which obviously that is your cup size to what you're measuring underneath. And she asked what I wanted. I showed her the bra, and I said, I just feel I'm very matronly. And she goes, what would you like to look like? I said, I'd just like to have some kind of shape. Rather than me going that way, I kind of like to go, that way, kind of thing. And it's my age, and I know that. But what I didn't realise, she was very, very knowledgeable. She was telling me a bit about menopause. Oh my word, I'm learning so much. I just wish that I'd known it before it had arrived. But your bust changes the texture, if that's the right word. So I was like, right, okay. So she's put me in, and this is maybe too much information for you, but I think if everything fits properly where it should be, you're going to look better and be more comfortable. So she's put me in a balcony bra, which that's taken my straps over here, and I am definitely more comfortable in my new bras, and I'm not doing this all the time where they were like slipping down, and I'm surprised because I'm so blessed that that I want to look feminine. I do want to look feminine, even at the age that I am. I still want to look feminine. And yeah, I showed my husband. I said to him, what do you think? And he was like, very nice. So for that, there was a programme in England with Gok Wan that would just take a lady whose self-confidence was just destroyed with life events, whether it was health, having children, just getting older, etc., etc. And he was showing her about building a foundation. And I think, yeah, you build that foundation, the rest is going to come. So I've been looking at these schematics, and there's certain things, there's no way that I am going to be wearing it underneath my bras. I have to take into account that I have an ample frontage, and I'm fine with that, even though my cup size, I'm like, oh my word. But once the bra was on and I could see it, I was like, oh, okay, that is a better shape. Yep, okay, I'm happy with that. So I know that I would have to knit this further down, which is fine. I probably won't knit to here. It'll probably be about here. Is it bracelet length? Something like that. Plus, being only 5'2", it's going to come down at me lower, but there's no way that I'm going to go for the first size. I'm looking that I'm going to go to the second, but now that I've got my yarn, I know that I've got a little bit of leeway with my yarn. So that's that's what I wanted to say. And as we're knitters, I just think that is fine. And this lady that I was speaking to this morning, she gave me loads of information, and she is, I think she's probably taller than me. Everybody's taller than me, but she has got a smaller frame, and she has, and her bosoms will, well, I'm being, yeah, they will be smaller than mine, and I'm fine with that. That's where I am. This is what I am, and that's what I have to be myself. That's how I have to be, and I'm fine with it. And if you want to know my cup size, leave me a comment and I'll tell you. I am not bothered, even though I'm like, oh my word. But then I have to keep remembering when I had the first bra on and I looked in the mirror, I was like, do you know what? I look a lot better shape-wise than when I come in, so I will go with that. Yeah. So I hope that's all right. If not, pass forward me. I am not very experienced at garment knitting. I've made the Whitmore, and I made it in acrylic, and I made the is it the Blumisia cardigan, but I used a merino silk, and that was flat. Yes, I do like it, but also I think where it falls, it's not the right shape for me. I've knitted a size that's too big, but that's a life lesson, and I'm quite happy for that. So I have got some merino to make this in, but I'm going to have a go at this creative linen, and I know both of those are very different, but we will see. Speak to you later. Hello. Right, I've wound my yarn up. I'm really excited to try this project. This is the Love Note, and that's the creative linen. I've wanted to work with linen, and I haven't got around to it as yet. So I'm starting this project. I think I've got all the information that I need. I think I've worked out like the correct size, and that is based on the lace that I have. Look at the lace. Aren't they going to be lovely together? Really lovely, really lovely. Yeah, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to knit it, and if it's too small, it's too small. But at least I'll have started, and I'll have to maybe just order another cake of that, but it'll be different dye lot. But we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm excited that I am learning about my body shape. And I've really taken on board a comment that Tracy from the grocery girl said, if you like something, you should just knit it. She said, do not wait, she said, till you want to be the size that you would rather be. It might not happen. And I think she was right. And I've had that in my head. So I'm going to give this a go, and we'll see how we get on. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to joining in this party. My husband's just gone to, we have takeaway on a Saturday. That sort of tradition in the house. Oh, excuse me. But he's going to get Kentucky chicken. We're having that, and that is such a treat. I can't even remember the last time we had that. So we're going to have that, and then I can go on the cast on party. So I was going to show you my project bags. Share my project bags. This is my beautiful Bird Street yarn project bag, and it's beautiful. Pockets, yeah, pockets in the front, pockets in the back, drawstring, and it is, yeah, it's just lovely. So everything is tucked away in there. So that's for my love note. My socks are going to live in my beautiful project that was made for me as a birthday gift from Lindsay from Stitch Create Love. That's just perfect. So they're going to be in there. All the stuff's on the table. I've got my yarn cozies. I've got a couple more in the other room that I was showing you, and I've got a project bag made by me, and I made this a few years ago. So it's got nice, got a nice big pocket in it, and it's got the red gingham. We normally, the girls in primary school normally go to school in the summer in red gingham, and I don't know why I have this red, but I just love it. So that's my Spectra. So perhaps we should, there's a James Bond film called Spectra. Perhaps I should watch that. Right, I'm going to love and leave you because I think I've edited so far and it's 30 minutes. So now it's going to 33 minutes. I just love your company. Just love being with you. And I'm really sorry that the light is changing. I didn't put the big light on over the table. Right, okay. Well, my lovelies, have a really super Saturday evening, whatever you're doing, whether you're out on the town, whether you're sitting there quietly, whether you're knitting, whether you're watching a box set, whatever you're doing, I hope that you enjoy and look forward to seeing you in the morning. Maybe I'll have some progress to show you. Bye.